All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I think I'm the only one which is on unmute, so I will be taking over from here. So again, I'd like to introduce myself. Namaste, my name is Sonam. So I'm a certified yoga coach as well as I'm a certified in Ayurveda practitioner also. So here we're just trying to mix the yoga and Ayurveda like a combination of two ancient sciences together. So now the topic for the session is Yoga Kare Nirog. So now the first question, which I think which it comes in a lot of people's mind, because since I'm training international students also, why only yoga? Why not other forms of exercise? So I have to say yes, even other forms of exercise can give you the health benefit. However, when we talk about yoga, there's certain specific benefit to it. Why? Now you must have heard this word Merudanda. Is called as spine or the center of the universe. So the reason is that why our spine is called as center of the universe. Anybody have any answers to it? Like you can please join the comments or your inputs would be great. We will have like an interactive session also. Anybody have any idea why the spine is called as the center of the universe or the Merudanda?
Probably because it holds all the other parts of the skeletons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's also good. Yeah, we are somewhere close to it. Anyone? Just give it a try. Just input would be great.
Everyone, you can put your input in the chat as well.
Anybody wants to put any, it will be great interactive session, otherwise it will be a boring session. I will be the only one talking. So again, the question is why the spine is called as the center of the universe. Of course, I'm not the center of the universe, but then why the statement is true for everybody?
Because the spine is responsible for keeping us upright and taking us through a whole day's work, which is like uh, necessary for um, like
Yes,
being there.
mhm. Yes, we are very close to the answer. Okay. So from the yogic point of view or from the Ayurvedic point of view, I'll just give you a brief example or the brief explanation about it. Since you hold the entire universe of your life through the help of the spine. So that's why it's like a proverb or it's like a rupak, we say in Sanskrit. So you hold spine as the center of the universe because through this spine mechanism only I can experience everything. If my spine is not good, the whole world is not good for me. If my spine is perfect, in good shape, good health, agile, this whole universe experience is good. For me, my universe is what I experience. So Ayurveda always or the yoga always deal individual experience. We never go by the groups. End of the day, the whole experience is how you feel about it. It doesn't matter how I feel about it. For you, it's your feeling. So now, when it comes to yoga, we pay a lot of emphasis on the health of the spine. We can live without hands, we can live without legs, but we cannot live without spine. So end of the day, whatever asanas we perform, everything is related with the health of the spine. Now, our spine and the modern lifestyle, they're absolutely contradictory to each other. See how, if you will just observe yourself, just don't look into anybody, just observe yourself how you sit. Are we sitting like this all day long? Or are we sitting too stiff? Or we just relax and easy, comfortable? So you can just check yourself. So what we have to do, instead of just degrading our body with the wrong postures, we have to learn to correct our body. Spine is literally stacked one over another. All the vertebrae are stacked one over another one. This is like a steps, and there's no holding to it. So when you sit this way, what you do, you create this extra compression on the spine. This is the reason why in this today's world everybody's suffering from slip disc bulge or something with the spine, or if nothing to nothing, lower back pain is a complementary that everyone works, especially once you get into the offices. For the students, they will not feel it that way, but faculty can definitely say this, or you can share or just a comment. So if you have a sitting job, if you have a standing job, even for students also, see yourself, when you have to sit for long hours, you have to study, prepare for exam, lot of things. If you're sitting this way all day long, you will be so tired by end of the day. Or some reason, for some people they do this little amount of work but they're so tired all day long. Why is that so? Why some people are so efficient in work, even the body wise, but they do not get tired? But some people, they just do little work and they're tired. Why? Because the kind of postures we hold in the body, if we sit correct upright, if you're not really holding on to the muscles this way, you just observe yourself. If you type, if you write something, are you really stiffening your whole arm? Are you creating this tension in the whole body? If so, then your efficiency will drop down so much. So Also, even your sleep quota will increase so much. So imagine in one day, if I need to get sleep for 9 hours, 10 hours, the overall productivity of the whole day would be so less, because it's almost like half of the time I'm under maintenance, I'm sleeping, you know. So this way the yoga comes in the picture. You hold your posture right. When we say yoga, we are not talking about asanas, we are talking about the entirety of the yoga, what we called as yoga. That means you combine everything together. Yoga is just a combination, like how you combine things. Okay, so in daily life, first you learn to sit correct. Okay, not like this, not like this, just a comfortable sitting. You observe your lower spine, especially this lumbar area. You see, are you creating a lot of compression to it? Are you getting lower spine pain because of no reason, but you're still there? Just observe yourself, how the whole thing is, how the whole experience is. Now, since when we were discussing about this seminar for today, we had this request. There are a lot of people who have sitting job or the faculty. So we will be conducting this session in orientation towards that people, group of people who have a lot of sitting job. Okay. So now we will be practicing some yoga asanas together so that it will be helpful for us, and then we can see what the condition of the body is. Actually, if I can see everybody, so everyone, first sit upright wherever you are, in the chair or on the floor. If on the floor, cross leg like me would be perfect. If on the chair, even that is also nice. Okay, so stay away from your phone, stay away from your headphones, leave everything, just sit upright.
Everyone,
Let me
please
just,
switch on your videos.
if you can switch on video, would be great. I will have an eye on you guys. Yeah, I can check. I'm a trainer also, right? So just sit upright. It would be fun. Otherwise, it'll be too boring. I will be the only one talking. You sit upright. All right. You bring your arms by the side. Try to bring a sense of ease in the body. When I say ease, that means sense of lightness. It's not like this. Just a light body, like how rishis used to sit, relax and ease. All right. Now you interlock your hands. Stretch this way. And then bring them all the way up. So now from here, you have to really pull your whole spine up. Okay, if I can see you all, I will correct you. You interlock your hands, you bring it all the way up. So when we say stretch up, just not the arms, but the sides of the ribs also, your lower spine, your stomach, everything engage and bringing your hands up. See if you can do that. Your body is still maintaining the base. However, your upper body, your torso wants to go further up. Try to do that. Pull your stomach in and push your arms up this way. And see also if your elbows are not going this way, like a Buddha. Bring it up. How does it feel? See if you can hold this posture for a few seconds. Your arms will start paining here. Your spine will start paining. Also, see if you're not arching the spine. Just keeping it correct and neutral. Stretch it up. Try to hold. And also observe you're not holding the breath. You're just breathing normally. You're not creating any tension in the shoulder. You just keep it up normal. All right. So from here, bring your arms all the way down. I just want to check, guys, if you can see you. All right. Are we good with this one? I guess. All right. So from here, what we have to do, we're going to be twisting the spine a little bit, just again to release the tension which is building up all day long in the muscles in the body. All right. So all you have to do, take your right hand, bring it over the left knee, take your the left hand, wrap it around to the other leg and twist your body. So you have to take your shoulders also back. Okay. If possible, catch your big toe here and twist and look behind. Just make sure your stomach is inside, it's not bulging out. You pull it in, okay? You keep your body engaged all the time. And then you come back in the center. 1 second. Uh, I think there's a question for any side effect. These are very, very gentle practices. It will not have any side effect, all right? So we're going to try the other side now. You take your left arm, bring it on the right knee. You take your right hand, wrap it from the back side. Try to catch your thigh or your leg, whichever, and twist your body. Look behind. Try to move your whole body. The idea is to twist your spine, keeping your stomach muscles inside, twist, and you come in the center. All right, come back in the neutral pose. From here, we're going to move on to the another one. So all the asanas which are we doing here is good for the spinal health. That's the main concern of the yoga. Keep your spine healthy. All right. So those who of you, most probably these days, people have a lot of long day sitting habits, right? So for that, we have to keep a spine healthy as well as your leg muscles also healthy. So we're gonna do Patangasana. All you have to do, unlock your legs, bring your legs this way, take your both arm, wrap it around, interlock your fingers, grab your feet this way and bring it closer to you as much as possible. Adjust yourself. From here, just try to flap this way. Also, see in this posture, are we not bulging our spine like this? If possible, whichever is comfortable for you, don't try to push yourself too much. Whatever is comfortable for you, you go over ahead this way. If this is comfortable, try to go a little bit back with the legs and see what you can really do with your legs. Is a flap. So you don't have to make the small ones, it's a butterfly, so you have to make the bigger flaps. Also make sure you're keeping your spine erect, your spine straight, and you look forward. You're not looking down, you're not checking your feet, you look ahead. All right, this way. Try to do it for a few seconds. If you think your elbows are just coming in between, you pull them forward this way and you look forward. Whenever you're doing any asana, just make sure you're not building up any tension in these muscles because you can get cervical spondylitis from here. So just the neutral body, spine straight, and then you flap. This is Patangasana, or some people call it butterfly pose also. This is really, really nice practice for those of you who have little difficulty sitting on the floor or sitting cross-legged. This will help you a lot. Or for those of you who want to start doing meditation, but then again have a problem sitting for long hours or some minutes on the floor, you can practice this one. Your inner thigh muscles will start opening up after some time. So why this asana is important, especially these days, because we all are sitting on the chair. So what is the position of the legs? Like this on the chair all the time. This is not good for you at all. All right. So once in a while, whenever you get time, like in a day while watching TV or just sitting chit chatting, just do this. It's super easy. All right. Just little flap. So imagine, think of yourself, you're just watching a TV, you sit and you watch TV, and then this work is also going on. So you can do multitasking. Flip it like this. Again, whichever asana you try, whichever yoga asana, you make sure you do it according to your capacity, not according to me or someone else is telling you, whichever is comfortable for you. So there's a sutra in yoga. We say sukham sthiram sukham asanam. That means comfortable and stable. You don't have to push yourself because muscles have their own capacity. In mind, we may think, I want to try this and that, but at the end of the day, muscles have their capacity. So you go within your capacity. If you want, you just go 70 or 80% of it, not more than that. All right, so from here, you can relax your both feet, stretch them out. If you follow the steps with me, would be much more great and nicer. And then we're going to go ahead with the second one or the third one. It's called a Shishupalasana. It's amazing for the spine, especially for the lower spine, for those who want to sit for long hours and keeping your spine healthy. So all you have to do from here, take your right hand, right leg, bring your left feet in, just like a sitting posture. Hold it up, take your right feet on the left elbow here, hold this way. Shishupal, just like a cradling a baby. All right. All you have to move side to side this way. Just try to make sure you go back as much as possible. Again, not really trying to pushing yourself. For some people, it will be difficult. You can hold like this also, whichever is comfortable for you. But the idea is opening up all of these muscles, bringing it closer, interlocking it. Either you can interlock or you can hold, whichever is okay for you. And then you rotate. You have to go side to side this way. All right. Try to go according to your own capacity and then do gentle. It's called a Shishupalasana. That means you have to be gentle like a baby. Okay. Just try to do these postures couple of times in a day. That would be really, really, really helpful for you, especially recommended from my side. All right. So you try to do it for 2 minutes if possible. Again, within your capacity. You move. Again, always find a comfortable place for you to practice yoga asanas. Don't look it to anybody. Just observe yourself, whichever feels good in your body. Just practice only this much or that much. Remember, you don't have to go 100% of your limit. Just try to go 60, 70, 80. If you have sports background, you will be able to pick up things a bit more faster compared to others. But even then, your body will improve eventually. Remember, our muscles, they have really good amount of memory. They know that they can stretch to a certain limit. Okay, so all they just have forgot right now. You have to remind them. How to remind them? By doing something over and over again. That's just the only way. So for example, today I can do it for 30 seconds. Just make sure next time you do it for 40 seconds. And then eventually within a month, how much you will improve. All right, so from here we can release. We're going to do the same thing with the left side now. Patangasana, sorry, Shushupalasana on the left side. All you have to take left feet, bring it on the right elbow, your left hand here, interlock. Okay, if this is not possible, this is too much for you, just hold it like this. This is also good. Whichever in your limit. All the idea is to move this joint. All right, so you hold, you move. You move side to side within your limit. But again, at the same time, just try to observe yourself. If you're not too comfortable, then there's no point doing some asana. So if this is okay for you, try to go a little bit more. Just see, just try to observe what is your personal limit for any postures. Again, one more time, you make sure you're not really bulging out your spine. You're sitting straight, whichever is comfortable for you. And also, whenever doing yoga asanas, all you have to do, this is a good tip from my side. Try to make sure that your whole body is engaged when you're doing any yoga asanas. It's not about only this leg, okay? It's a lot about the whole body. Your spine need to be straight. Your elbow must be taking the weight of the leg. Your joint must open. Your core muscles or your stomach muscles must be engaged. When we say engaged, they're pulled in. These are called as bandhas in yoga. You move. And then whenever you're okay with that, you release and you sit. You stretch your legs out. You can just move them, shake them. All right, and you sit cross leg one more time this way. This is called a sukhasana, or the comfortable pose. This is really, really nice. What it does, it keeps your spine erect. If this is comfortable for you, try to go for the lotus posture this way. All you have to do for lotus posture, of course, your inner thigh muscles needs to be open. You take your right feet, you bring it up. All right, you let your left leg slide out, and left leg needs to climb over the right this way. So this posture or the Padmasana is so good, it literally locks your spine, it will keep it up. It's impossible that you can sit like this when you're in this posture, Padmasana, all right? So it was really, really nice. It will help you to maintain your posture. If you have sitting jaw, all you can do, you can sit this way, or in the Sukhasana way, just bring a small table in front of you, work. Or we have a lot of meditation chairs also, you can use that. Learn to sit on the floor, not sitting on the chair all day long, all right? So from here, one more thing, for people who are working on the desk, or of course the mobile phone these days, or the computer laptop, you tend to have a lot of pain in this area. Why? Again, the wrong postures. So whenever the days you don't have pain, you start from those days. I'm just going to release the headphones and I will show you what to do with your neck muscles. From here, move them down, chin here, up, and then back, center, down, and up. And also move to the side, center, and the other side, and the center. There will be people, they are beginning to develop spondylitis. There are a lot of them. So what you have to do, you have to strengthen the neck muscles. How do you strengthen any muscles? By giving them a pressure, okay, by giving them a resistance. So you interlock your hands, bring it behind, you push your head down, at the same time pushing your hands away from the head. You just create a tension between these two, my head and my fingers. You create a tension like opposite forces. You stay, you hold it for a while, and then you release. You will see a lot of physiotherapy people also opting up these postures. Now you take your right palm, you bring it here. All right. So again, you have to do the push and pull force so that you create a tension in the muscles. With the pressure, your muscles will start getting stronger. From here, I'm pushing my head to this way, my hand away. So now there's a tension in between, like this. You hold it for at least 10 seconds and you release. Same thing on the other side. Push, push, push. Remember, there has to be opposing forces for the muscles to develop to get the strength, and then you release. All right, so these are the some of the quick asanas from my side, just to strengthen your body, strengthen your spine. Like I said, there are a lot of forms of exercises out there, gymnastic, anything, any sports can be nice. But why yoga asanas? Why yoga keeps you so healthy? Because it always focuses on the spinal health. That is again very, very important. So we're gonna move to the questionnaires now, guys. If you have any questions, the floor is open. Please ask me. You can either type in or you can just say it on the speaker. Would be great. I will answer.
If anybody has any questions, please put them down in the chat box. We'll direct it to ma'am.
If you have any questions related to the yoga asanas, if you're a beginner or anything related with the food, everything would be nice. I will try to answer them as per my knowledge. Definitely, yes. Your diet and your that's why yoga and Ayurveda they always go hand in hand. Okay, there's something that I would really love to tell you guys. Try to eat something which is high in prana. When we say prana, it's a life energy. So anything which is old according to Ayurveda is anything which is cooked 2 hours and later it's old food. So especially the packaged food, people are now these days what I see, because I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner also, I get a lot of patients of
आपकी
autoimmune
वॉइस
disease.
बहुत कम आ रही है सोनम योर वॉइस
Can
इज
you now? Is it hear me?
नाउ इट्स
Okay. All right. So now we're talking about the food, which is prime importance thing. The yoga asana food must go hand in hand together. Try to eat something which is high prana food. One of the best is the ash ground or this white petha. A lot of people call as. So that I do every day. You drink the ash ground juice. It's one of the best food in Ayurveda, best food in yoga. All right. So whosoever want to practice yoga, whosoever wants to have good stomach throughout their life and the good brain also, it's super nice for intellect. Ashgrout juice or the ashgrout petha. You can just search on the. You can just go to the local market. And also, by the way, Indian ashgrout is one of the best variety in the world. So we are pretty much lucky to have all these vegetable around. Anything else, guys?
There is a question by Akash. How
Mm-hmm.
can we incorporate gym session with yoga?
Okay, how can you incorporate gym sessions with yoga? The tip that I will give you from my side, once you wake up, just practice yoga asanas every day. Don't think it like, okay, I'm gonna divide gym, this and that. Sorry. What I do once I wake up in the morning, you take shower, you just do like half an hour, at least a Surya Namaskar, so that it doesn't feel like okay, it's a part of exercise, but in the morning it's done. So some things that are done in the morning you don't have to bother about all day. At least half an hour Surya Namaskar every day. Just make it a part of lifestyle, then it will be so easy for you. Okay.
Ma'am, there's one more question.
Mhm.
Suparna asked, what if my legs get locked during these scary asanas?
It will not get logged. See, your muscles will get logged if you really push it ahead of your limit. Your body is quite intelligent. Your body will tell you something is comfortable or it is not comfortable. Whenever there's a discomfort, just stop. Like I said, for example, my capacity is 100. I will just stay till 70. Then after few days, I will try to push it to the 80%. But then one day you will not go overboard. You go by one step another. Your muscles will not get logged. Trust me. Okay, so when you have a lot of intellectual work, don't practice any asanas. Just try to sit and calm down. You do the pranayams that time, because your brain is anyways hyperactive. There's a lot of interaction, especially when you have a lot of talking with another person.
Ma'am, we're
You have
losing your voice.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
is it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry for the bad connection. I think it's coming in between. Okay, so the days that you have a lot of intellect thing and you feel so tired, don't practice yoga asanas either. Okay, if you really want to practice, just go by very gentle practices. I would suggest you go for pranayams, because anyways you had a lot of interaction, there was a lot of activity mentally. So physically you don't feel like doing so much. You just do some pranayams. What you can do, something very simple, deep breathing or the yogic breathing. You sit, you just take deep breath, you inhale and you exhale out. After some time, you see, you don't force your breath, it will go so natural. After some time, eventually with the practice, your body will be breathing bare minimum. At some point of time, you feel like you're not breathing at all, and then you will observe it's just the not the nose, your whole body is breathing. It's a really really nice experience. Just let's learn to sit for a while and observe your breath. Don't do any yoga asanas that day. Okay, the
Ma'am,
next one
Akash has
is
one more question. Can we use props with yoga,
definitely props are amazing. I
like
always
body weights?
mhm. I would suggest you, you can do some yoga blocks would be great, or some yoga straps are nice. And what I do, I will do some push-ups exercises, just to get some arm strength because at times it becomes difficult. Or you can do some leg raise exercise or the core building exercise. So it's going to be mix of all. So yoga blocks, yes. Yoga belts, yes. Definitely, I would suggest. It's nice also, it makes asanas more easy. Okay, which yoga asanas practice daily? Neck pain and headache. Okay, so first you have to find out the reason why do you have neck pain. Okay, without ruling out the cause, you cannot be working on how to correct. Neck pain is usually because of the wrong postures, like I said. I will just give you one tip from the Ayurvedic background. Also, there is one oil. It's one of the oldest Ayurvedic preparation. If you want, you can write it down. It's called as Anutelam. Anuthalam. So all you have to do just every day in the morning, just drop 2 drops in each nostrils. What it will do, anything you have above shoulder, any issue, hair fall, skin, shoulder pain, neck pain, bad eyesight, skin, blah blah blah, it will take care of everything. It's that amazing. Okay, one of the oldest Ayurvedic oil, just 2 drops, okay, in the each nostril. Also, just make sure your posture is not like this. Otherwise you're not managing the weight well on the neck. You don't have a good center of how do I say that, like your neck is not able to manage your weight that well. It's just too much forward. All right, so that's one of the reason for the neck pain. Okay, I'll just try to answer your questions, guys, quickly.
If you could
Okay,
repeat the name of the oil.
yeah, sure. It's called as anu tailam. Tailam means oil. Tail. Thailam. It's really amazing. Everybody must do that. It's called as nasya, the procedure. Putting oil in the nose. 2 drops each nostril, so 4 drops in total. All right. Any asana? I will just go quickly because your questions are a lot. Any asanas that we can do? Prashna. Good for eyes. Okay, for eyes, you have to wash your eyes with the fresh water. That would be great. One of the best thing. Also, in the morning, don't do it in between the classes. Once you do this, you brush your teeth, this and that. You fill the water in the mouth. Okay, and then you splash your face with the water, and then you rotate your eyes like left to right, up and down, and circulation. This way, that way, up and down, circulation. What it will does, it will strengthen all the optic nerves in the in your eyes, as well as it will make the muscles much more healthy. Also make sure that you don't gaze at something for a long time. Your eyes will tend to get dry and it will start paining. For in between classes, just some stretching would be great, like this one, this stretching, or even this way. This would be great. Just stretching the spine. Why do you get pain? Because your spine is compressing. Okay, you have to decompress your spine. Just stretch it, this side to side. How to improve your immunity? Okay, guys, for immunity, this is really really nice one. You can take this one. It's called as Giloy or Guduchi, whichever you want to call it. Same thing. It's one of the best immune modulator in your body. So I will spell it for you. Guduchi, Guduchi. Guduchi. All you have to do, take 3 grams, like a 2 pinch. Take like around 2 glass of water, drop it in, boil it, reduce it to the half quantity, and drink it once a day. One of the best for immunity. Okay, so do drink that. Everybody in the home can drink it. Okay. What should be the gap between having food and yoga practices? At least 3 to 4 hours till your stomach becomes empty. Mishra, what do you want me to repeat? Please ask. Okay, for the gallbladder health, so see, before anything, first you have to see what is the thing that is causing your problem. Okay, you don't go for the treatment. First, you find out this problem. Maybe I think I need to speak to you like in person, because see, our body is very much capable of curing everything. We don't have to take care of organ each individually. But just see, first rule out the problem, then you find out the solution. Okay, that's a better choice. That's a smart one. Okay, next is okay. That's Anutelam. I think everyone got it. So now comes to the immunity. I will just tell you one more thing. Like the guduchi I was telling you, that's a daily thing you can drink. Or there's another Ayurvedic herb, or you can call it medicine also, whichever you want to call it. It's called as guduchi kashayam. All right. So what it does, it will definitely improve your immunity. Also, it will take away all the extra toxins that is building up in your body. It's called as ama. That is responsible for most of the diseases in the body. So the name is Guduchi, like we spelled before, and Kashayam, Kashayam. All right. So how to take that? Take 15 ml of Guduchi Kashayam, add 30 ml of water. You can drink it twice or once a day after food, after lunch or dinner, 1 hour after. All right. So this is an amazing, amazing herb or the Ayurvedic medicine, you can say. All right, can we take below it? No, I will never recommend tablets. Actually, what is the problem with the tablets? You will see tablets are so dry and small. They have very strong binders. They doesn't dissolve well in the body, so it doesn't have effect. So if you want something nice, go for the powders, go for the decoctions or the liquid. Tablets are not nice. Even you can still go for the capsules, but not tablets.
Ma'am,
Just
can we
compromise on
contact
the
you through
taste.
emails?
Sure,
Like, can you
sure.
provide your email ID?
Definitely. My email ID is Ayurveda with Sonam @ gmail.com. I will just write it here for you guys.
Okay. Thank
One second. All right, that's my email ID. So, guys, before we think of any treatment, always think of the first thing, what is causing me a problem. Because removing a causative factor itself is the first treatment. All right. And then once you remove that, then we can incorporate the other things. So anything else, guys, you want to ask me? I think we're just almost running out of time. We just have less than 30 seconds.
Thank you, ma'am, for the very informative session. I
Thank
think
you so much.
we all really enjoyed it.
Thank
And thank you
you.
for taking out your time and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you so much. I'm
So,
really happy to be part of this, and I hope
thank
this
you,
was
ma'am.
helpful for you. Try to incorporate in your daily life. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, we are thrilled to introduce to you Miss Alisha Batra. Having completed her Bachelor of Science from Lady Urban College, Miss Alisha is currently in a final year of Master of Science in Human Nutrition from Manchester, UK. We hope to learn and understand more about nutrition and eating habits from our session with Miss Alisha. Welcome, ma'am. Looking forward to our address to the students.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. And honestly, I am thrilled to be a part of this. And I'm a student just like you guys. And right now, I'm working on my thesis, which is on nutrition in postpartum phase. So postpartum is basically nutrition for women, like after birth of the child. And I know we have some time constraints. I'm just gonna begin with it. Just a few seconds. I just need to. Put out my presentation. So yeah, I hope everybody can see it. Like, can somebody confirm this?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay, great. So I'm going to talk about immunity-based nutrition. I mean, I know you guys have had a lot of sessions about food, nutrition, health, fitness. I'm just talking about the general immunity, and I think immunity right now is like the need of the hour. And I can't stop to, stop, not to address about it, because I think the elephant of the room is COVID, and I think it has made us join on this Zoom room. and I really feel bad about it because I cannot be a part of this session, in reality with you guys. But so COVID, as of now, every 250th person in this world, in this population of 7.8 billion people, is affected from COVID. And
Voice not audible.
hello, is it audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
We can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for the network issues. But yeah, so what I was saying was that, every person, every 250th person in this world, in this population of 7.8 billion people, is affected from COVID-19. And this is the data according to September 2020. So, how this virus is evolving is out of bounds. Like, I know the level of research and literature is being done in every medical journal because, when I have to write my articles, I have to consult them, and then only I can give an evidence-based nutrition claim. And it's bizarre. So, okay, talking about immunity, when somebody falls sick generally, you tell those people that, you should eat fruits, vegetables, and, strengthen your immunity. But what does immunity actually mean? So basically, immunity is about three main factors. One is surface factor. So surface factor is your skin immunity. So, skin immunity is, you have a lot of layers in your skin and no foreign particle or pathogen can enter your skin. The next one is innate immunity. You should be thankful to your parents because this innate immunity is what you get from your parents. It's passed on through genetic information. So innate basically means inborn, the kind of immunity you get by birth. And the next one is acquired or adaptive immunity. So acquired or adaptive immunity literally is, I think, super important. And this is some immunity that you actually, work upon throughout your entire lifespan. So as the name suggests, again, it helps you to adapt to stressful conditions and the environment. And yeah, so like I was talking about COVID-19, so, there have been a lot of researches being on this, and I think you all know that, it basically infects your respiratory tract, right? But it's affecting your main 5 sensory organs as well. And lately, like there's this super recent research being done in the British Medical Journal, and it says that gut dysbiosis, it's basically, all gut-related infections. So COVID-19 has another add-on symptom related to gut. So obviously, you might be hearing that somebody has lost the sense of smell, taste, or somebody still has sore throat. Some people are having gut-related issues too. So, I mean, we can realize how much is the seriousness of this virus because the symptoms are honestly bizarre. And when I'm talking about genuine immunity, so you know what? I just do not want to get too much on a biological context because I know you guys are engineers. But coming to the fact, I just want to tell you basic information that I think you all should know about immunity. So immunity is basically our first defense, but it includes basic two cells, T cells and B cells. So, consider T cells in a scenario of bullfighting. So in bullfighting, when you have a bang-on fight, like head-on fight, T cells work exactly like that for our body. So when there is this foreign particle which enters our body, T cells fight bang on. And the B cells, they help in forming our antibodies, which are important. So B cells actually, they are the very strategic ones. They are not super to like fight against the, deadly particle. But what they do is they release antibodies and, so they actually, save some of the particle, the deadly particle. Because so next time that viral infection or that, the deadly particle which enters our body, then, your body will remember the immune response that, oh, this viral infection, this person has already been affected by it. So they immediately launch the antibody. So there's no, you do not at times get symptoms about it. So this is a basic cycle of immune system. And yeah, not to forget, there are phagocytic cells as well. So these phagocytic cells, they are the best. They just eat whatever debris or the leftover of deadly particles is there in your body. So basically, they clean up your body. That's it. So they are like, they help in detoxifying your body basically. And so I have a question. Do you want me to address the meme first, or do you want me to talk about, the information I've written on my slide? Like, would somebody like to answer? Like anybody from any students?
The
Okay.
meme is dope.
See, I knew because I think as student you can relate to this meme. But yeah, so okay, shift towards vegetarian diet. So there's this article, The Lancet. I don't know if you guys know about it, but it is like one of the most recognized articles and journals on an international level, and it talks about all healthcare sector and nutrition related advices and sustainability. So this article suggests that there should be a major shift towards vegetarian diet and veganism. And there have been a lot of criticisms about this diet. So even when you're talking about COVID, a lot of people suggested that, shift towards vegetarian diet and, veganism probably. So first, I would like to address this diet fad concern that veganism, yes, it's good, and I'm nowhere demeaning that diet in any context, but veganism is some diet which is super unsustainable. So I hope you know the difference firstly between vegetarian and vegan diet. So vegetarian diets, they include your dairy, which is derived from animals as well. So, you actually call it lacto-ovo-vegetarian. So we just do not call it vegetarian diet. It's called as lacto-ovo-vegetarian. And whereas so veganism is something where all the products you consume are derived from plants. So you do not have the normal milk you get from cows. You have milk which is obtained from, dry fruits and nuts. So you have almond milk, you have soy milk. You do not consume any kind of dairy or any kind of product which is made by animals. And veganism has become, I think, super unsustainable in context of a geographical area because, firstly, it lacks nutrients as well. So vitamin B12, etc. I mean, yeah, there are options to, cover up that, but genuine, there's a lack of vitamins. Secondly, when you talk about veganism, I think most people I have seen on a personal experience, they talk to me about, veganism and like, it's such in trend diet and everything. I mean, I'm honestly shocked because people just do want to follow that diet for the sake of it. Like, putting all that avocado toast pictures on their Instagram with full aesthetics and proving, oh, I'm a vegan. I mean, no, that's not right. And so while I was addressing to this issue, I mean, you should really focus upon the locally seasonal fruits and vegetables available to you. And sorry, so now coming back to the topic that what immunity-based foods should you get? So yes, chickpeas, yes. So Kokila Ben was actually very mad because she could not eat protein-rich chickpeas. I had to address it. And vitamin C. So vitamin C is super, super good. Like, it's not just about citrus fruits because obviously when you talk about vitamin C, your first perception is about citrus fruits. But broccoli has 3 times more, vitamin C than normal citrus fruits. And I would like to add vitamin D as well. So, we've been sitting in our homes, in those four walls, working on our laptops, mobiles, etc. And we're not getting enough vitamin D. So obviously, my first, tip would be please at least go out for a while, like please get that sun. And then have a lot of mushrooms. So, there has been a study in Pennsylvania University, and they have claimed actually that if you keep mushrooms out in the sun for like 40-50 seconds, the vitamin D level of mushroom increases by around 600 micrograms. I think, yeah, 600 micrograms. And honestly, it's super good for your skin. Vitamin D, and vitamin D obviously is good for immunity because it helps in fighting back the bacteria. Then coming back to our important vitamins, B6, B12, B5. these vitamins, riboflavin, niacin, I mean, you have no idea how much importance they have in our diet, because they actually help in releasing the antibodies in our body. So like I told you about the immune response, so this is why I talked about the immune response, because how it is linked, like it will help you link the functions of food. So it helps in releasing antibodies, which are like obviously super important, like not just in the time of pandemic, but anytime. And then moving on to the next one. Yeah. Yeah. So carotenoids. So carotenoids are basically compounds which are found in your colored veggies. So what you can think about, like peppers. So there is capsicum which you can consume. Then there is your orange, red, yellow pepper which you usually have in your pasta, but please try to have it in your normal vegetables as well. And there is pumpkin, orange colored carrots. So these carotenoids are super good because they help in actually increasing the level of T cells. So the T cells are the ones which have this bullfight with the pathogens in our body. Like, please try to remember it like that. So, and they're also helping in natural killer cells. They actually help in giving a good antibody response against any foreign particle entering our body. And I wanted to address this. There has been a concept about superfoods. So, there's no superfood actually out there in the market. I mean, garlic, you take turmeric and green chilies, they all are a part of natural life. So, you know what? I think we as Indians should take a proud in this, that, we have crossed around 50 lakh recoveries in our country in context of COVID, and our mortality rate is the least amongst all countries. And why is it? Because of the food we have. So, immunity is not just about prevention is better than cure. Yeah, that is obviously the big aim of immunity. But even if, God forbid, if somebody succumbs to COVID and or any other disease for that matter, it's all about the recovery. So there are people who recover super fast after a very, viral or a very crazy viral or, cold. But there are people who actually take a lot of time in recovering from a simple common cold even. So immunity works in that sector as well. So like I was talking about, turmeric. So turmeric is found to be antivirulent and it's antioxidant in property. So antivirulent, I think virulent, you can, make sense out of it, that it's, it helps in fighting against various viruses. And, it's not just a matter of a particular diet that, for example, today you had this probably a kava or something which has turmeric or which has like black pepper in it. But then it's all about how long are you living that diet. So it's not about a particular day, it's about how long are you living that particular lifestyle. And I just would like to suggest that those people who actually prefer Starbucks की turmeric latte instead of your मम्मी के हाथ का वो हल्दी वाला दूध, please love your मम्मी के हाथ का हल्दी वाला दूध. It's really good for your health. I mean, when you go to UK on a personal level, I'm telling you, you see, like literally, I think I came back to India like just before the lockdown, and obviously there were rumors and it was COVID was circulating there. I mean, there were huge long queues in front of Starbucks all about turmeric latte. Like everybody wanted turmeric latte because it was said that turmeric is good for immunity. I mean, so you should be pretty thankful to the culture we as Indians have. And so yeah, this is something I really want to address on a personal level, because I am a student and I can completely relate with you guys that, I mean, we all have friends. We all are a part of privileged quarantine or lockdown phase, honestly. But mental health is something which is, which we do not talk often. Let's get serious about it. And how important it is. And considering we are working in these four walls, I mean, I can totally sense that how it is impacting each and every one of us. And it's not just you and me. It's about our parents, our grandparents as well, who are not able to move out. So I really wanted to talk about these 3-4 foods which actually might help in changing your mood. So, like, let's just, name it as food for mood. So, first of all, bananas. So, bananas are super, super good in context of your, mental health because they help in, releasing neurotransmitters, dopamine and serotonin. So they help you in relieving from anxiety and stress. Then we come on to the dark chocolate. I personally love dark chocolate, and dark chocolate only with the amount of 70% and above cocoa. That is very effective. The other chocolates you have, yes, they are good for changing your mood, but what really helps in giving you vitamins and as well as helps in your anti-anxiety relief effect, it's actually dark chocolate. It helps in giving you a better flow of blood towards your brain so that you work with sanity. The next one is berries. So, precisely blueberries. Again, super rich in vitamin C, and they have antioxidant effect, which is super good for your health again. And then yogurt. So, okay, I don't know if you know about this. Like, does somebody know the difference between probiotic and prebiotic? If somebody would like to answer this, like you can unmute it, or can somebody like go through the chat if somebody is answering on the chat box? Please do not Google it because I will know. Somebody. Okay, I get it. So, okay. Prebiotic and probiotic are two different things. So, probiotic is actually the live bacteria which are introduced in our body, which are good for our, gut health. Like I mentioned that, gut is equally an important body part, and considering the COVID-19, symptoms, it's super important to work on that as well. So, you must have heard about the drink Yakult. So that is a probiotic drink. So it's like basically fermentation done, and those live bacteria are introduced, which are good for our, gut health. So they are called as good gut flora, or good microbes for our gut. And then we talk about prebiotics, and prebiotics are basically the food on which those probiotic introduced bacteria feed on. So, there are bacteria in our stomach which help in aiding our digestion process. So these actually, feed on the prebiotics. So prebiotics are basically all your dietary fibers. Like, you have it in, oranges, bananas, you just name it. The dietary fibers are super, super important to aid in your, good digestion process. And, yogurt, kombucha, there have been a lot of trends in this context. So kombucha is basically something which is a fermented drink. There is no evidence behind aiding it for a good digestion. Yes, it provides good minerals and vitamins, but it does not help in aiding our digestion. So the lassi or the buttermilk you have, that and yogurt, curd, it helps you in aiding your digestive process. And as we move towards the end of our presentation, this is a personal advice that I want to say, that whenever you're eating food, try to include colors in your food palette, like in your food plate. So by including colors, it not only it will make your plate look nice, but it will include a lot of power-packed immunity related and nutrients, in your diet. So, for example, like I mentioned that the food which is red in color, for example, take beetroot. It is super good in immunity. It has anti-inflammatory effect and, immune modulating. Then when you talk about white foods, actually, which contains of yogurt. So yogurt is actually helps in, depleting the free radicals in our body. So free radicals, can cause cancer in our body, like they lead to tumors. So it's not about just the COVID related immunity. I'm generally talking about immunity as a whole, because how it will further help you fight against all the foreign particles. Because let's get serious, public health is some sector which needs to be evolved completely. And considering the, how viruses and bacteria are evolving, like, every other day you hear that, this sick virus from China is coming or something else is coming. You just have to be ready for it. You can't just rely upon the vaccine. So my basic point is, yes, prevention is better than cure, but also focus on recovery. And I hope this whole presentation could, include some important points in your mind, and it would help you to, work in your diet. And you can, like, please teach about some points to your grandparents, to your parents, and, like, obviously you want to care about your loved ones. So I hope it was helpful to you, and thank you so much. I hope, you made some sense out of this presentation.
Thank you, ma'am, for the very informative session. And I know I speak for everybody when I say this. It was extremely insightful information, and it was very useful to all of us.
Thank you so much. And honestly, I would really like to thank all of your panel, like the people who organized this event, and specifically Arunama ma'am and Poonam ma'am, and all you guys who actually organized this event on, on such a large scale. So thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. We're now coming towards the end of our session, and we now hand over to Jayan sir for a last vote of thanks.
Meanwhile, everyone, please fill the feedback form. I'm uploading it in the chats.
Attendees, please note a feedback form has been sent in the chat. You're all required to fill it up.
Ma'am, Jain sir, I suppose. Can I give vote of thanks?
Jain sir is not currently in the meeting.
Okay, Sika, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. It is honored to have a warm and graceful attribute to our most valued honorable speaker, Sonam Singh ma'am and Alisha Batra ma'am. It is my privilege to prepare a vote of thanks speech and acknowledge contribution of those who worked really hard to make the event success. I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Jagga sir to spare his valuable time and grace the event. Thank you, ma'am, that today we had the opportunity to hear the valuable for the center of the valuable speech for the center of the body and wonder food that broccoli and mushroom with the difference of prebiotic and probiotic. This will surely help our student in future. Further, I need to mention my deepest sense of appreciation to the wheels start rolling week ago. It required planning and a bird eye for detail. Fortunate enough to get guidance of Arunima ma'am and Poonam Kathuria ma'am, and really backbones of our institute, that is students. Thank you, ma'am. And yogasan along with the eating habits is the best way to health and fitness. Both the speakers altogether give enlighten us about both. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the valuable and nice session.
Thank you, Sika.
Thank you, Shikha ma'am. We will now be sharing tomorrow's schedule. Mohak, could you please?
Meanwhile, we can have some words from Dr. Jagga also, Professor Jagga. He is also with us.
Amrita? Amrita?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yes, sir is there.
Jagga sir, you need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Mute. Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, आपका video off हो गया है.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Thank you. Thank you. It was, I sat through the whole session. I found both the parts of the session that instructions on various useful asanas. And then the second part is on nutrition. Wonderful preparations and wonderful presentations. I enjoyed them thoroughly. And it's a great contribution from student side, I think, that they have arranged such a beautiful program under NSS, and the teachers, faculty involved in this as hosts, co-hosts, they have done a tremendous job. And I think such a program has enriched our student-based activities, and in future also, I think such a useful program should be held under various AGs. This time it is under NSS, maybe some other program under different AGs can be done. So I congratulate everybody, all the students who have coordinated this program, and Professor Poonam, Professor Arunima, and other faculty members. I really wish them that they continue doing these activities in future also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
sir.
sir. Sir, a
Thank you so
special
much.
thanks to our student coordinator. They have worked very hard.
Yes,
Means day, night they are working.
I have mentioned all the students, but
Yes,
there
sir.
are special students also I could see as coordinator Mohak. Then I have taught some
Akash,
students
Mohak,
also.
Ramit, and
Yeah,
they have
Shivang.
taken extra care about the technical parts. So they means we are not facing any glitch in
Yeah, they have become one of great technical help
Yes, sir.
in holding such programs.
Yeah, till now the
Mohak
program has run very smoothly. It's
Very
very nice.
smoothly. Yeah, very nice.
Mohak has
Yeah.
been very practical about these things, so he has contributed a lot along with other students also. I know some of them, familiar
Ramit,
names.
Ramit is there, sir. Ramit, Mohak,
Ramit,
and
Acha.
one more, Akash, and in technical, one more fellow is from IT. Mohak, क्या नाम है उसका?
Ma'am Shivank.
Shivank. Yes, sir.
Shivank, I have taught Shivank, and there are others familiar names who have attended.
Yes, sir.
And so, I welcome them to this organized program, and I think another two more days, so I will enjoy those presentations.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
a great training. It's a great training for our students to organize
Yes,
such
sir.
programs. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. All of you all are requested to stay for the photo for your attendance. So if you could please switch on your cameras, we'll be recording your attendance.